And welcome everybody in. We are here at the Snickers Cup Series All-Star Race, the biggest field of the race weekend, 31 cars. And I'm almost thinking this is maybe the biggest All-Star race field we've ever had, period. But I may be incorrect in that. We may have had more. But this is, nonetheless, a huge Snickers Cup Series field, getting ready to take to the track for 20 laps of racing. And I'm being joined, as always, by Dylan Poteet.
I'm back, and we're here again for the final race. Sadly, the final race of the All-Star weekend. Oh, and it's been a really wild weekend for sure, Seth. It's been very fun to watch, very fun to commentate, and had a lot of great racing. We've had some pretty nasty-looking wrecks, but we've had some great finishes and some great racing overall. So, looking forward to this race. Big-time field we have going on here in the Snicker Cup Series. This is a top-tier series, so this should be pretty interesting to watch.
Alright, so Dylan, what do you think about the fact that it's a huge field here, as opposed to, I think it was only 27 trucks and 25 cars in the Mobile One Cup Series race? How much more likely do you think we're going to be running under yellow than under green?
Well, considering we had a few wrecks in the other series and they were a smaller field, it wouldn't surprise me if we're under the yellow as much as we were in the other one, if not more. There's a lot more on the line now, and I think there's a lot more cars out there that's going to really play factor in how much this race is going to stay green or not. So it's going to be interesting regardless. I don't know. It's going to be tough for these guys probably to keep it green the entire race. That's the word of the day.
New
Glean.
word coined by Dylan Poteet.
Yep, new word of the day. But I don't know. We saw a wreck. It took a few laps the other day for one to happen, and then the caution obviously took a while. And then in the mobile race, we only saw it took us on the front straightaway on the first lap for a wreck to happen. So I'm not even quite sure what was going to happen to start this race.
Well, Sean Galligan starting on the pole position there for Tweenix Racing, and he was the fastest in qualifying. Alongside of him, one race deal driver, Tim Walsh. Now, I talked about this in the qualifying session as well as the All-Star race practice. Andrea Erickson actually drives the 42, but she moved to the 8 car, so Tim Walsh would have a ride. Same thing that she basically did in the Sprint Unlimited. And so Tim Walsh and Trent Dunham, for one race only here in the All-Star race, they are teammates in Sega Motorsports.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
This should be interesting.
We're gonna say we have to make our picks for this race. I've had everybody that I picked as wrecked basically. So
Who do you want to wreck?
Who I want to wreck? You know, I'm feeling really lucky this time. I really think I am. We might as well keep the camera around the guy we're on. I'm going with Tim Walsh. I just feel like this is a great opportunity for him to win this race, and it wouldn't surprise me if he actually won this race. I mean, that 42 car, I think it's ran well in the past in the Snickers Cup Series winning race with Charles Jackson, and I remember a specific Talladega race he won and his fail of a reaction because it stopped and buffered. And I just think Tim really has a great chance, and it wouldn't surprise me if him and Trent somehow got hooked together and they actually worked together for at least a straightaway. So I don't know if they had anything to do with them winning, but I have a feeling that 42 car is going to be up there battling for the win today. Like a phoenix. Oh, you're recording it. Hi.
Alright, my pick is actually going to be a guy starting up there at the front as well. I'm going with the 26 of Rohit Vidarvu. Now, we talked about in the Truck Series race and the Mobile Cup Series race how Ford really was good. They were good on speed, but they haven't gone to victory lane yet. Rohit Vidarvu has got the fastest car I have ever seen here during an All-Star race weekend. He's starting up front. I think he's going to stay up front for quite a bit. I think he's going to win this thing.
And might help the Ford break through the victory lane this weekend, finally.
And don't forget, too, Rohit Vidarvu was part of the Dodge team of Everham last year when every single driver that made a start for them went to victory lane.
Mm-hmm. That could be interesting as well, and he's going right for the lead.
Yes, he is. That was not long at all. Sean Galligan not going to keep the lead for very long, maybe about a turn or two. And already they're going crazy back there. We had our hearts in our throats during the Truck Series race. I think we're going to have heart attacks in this race.
Yeah, we'll see how long they can make it. So far, they made it longer than the Mobile One race. I think the first wreck happened. Truck maybe left with it 3.
Oh, there they go.
Like oh, sure, mind. They're gone.
Yep, they just died.
We almost made it 1 lap.
I saw Dylan Schwallenberg involved, and I have no idea who else was in it.
My pick's not up there. Oh dear, Tim at the.
There's Cole Daly in it, Megan Atkins, and.
On the track? Are you kidding me? Oh, Tim, I'm sorry.
Charles Sanford's in it. Sean Henley's been involved. He's had a tough week here.
Oh, they wrecked again, I think. Oh, I saw smoke.
Oh, Collard got
Oh,
turned.
oh,
Did he get
but
turned by Dylan Young?
I don't know. That was
Who is that
interesting.
car? Oh, that's looks like Mary Cole.
Hmm. Not quite sure there.
Mary, why did you wreck Josh? Silence from the other room. Oh,
Like, oh, he
Henley.
wrecked again.
Did he just get? I think he just wrecked with Collard. Then Collard came back on the track or something. And there's
Dang.
Tim.
Hi, Tim. Sorry I picked you. I'm
The
the jinx.
Collard's on pit road. Noah
No
Hart's on
heart.
pit road. Joshua
Michaels.
Michaels, Henley. Oh, what's Vadarvo doing?
I'm going to the apron and ride it.
Okay.
I think they're waiting for the pace car still.
Yeah, they may be.
The pace car's like nowhere to be found.
Megan Atkins there in the Starbucks car. She's got a lot of damage. I think she may have been the one that got together with Schwallenberg there. Austin the Plant, our winner from the Snickers shootouts involved.
Dang.
Danny Wells, Silver
There's a
Fox.
lot of cars involved. Wow.
And let's see who's coming to pit road. It looks like Zach Hamlin, the rookie sensation from the Snickers shootout. He must have gotten involved. Yeah, he's got some right side damage.
Oh, there's a big wreck. Wow.
There was a lot of drivers involved in this one, apparently.
I started towards the back of the pack, but it basically collected all of them that were back there. Like I don't think really that many people got away from that.
Chris
Washer
Washer
got damaged.
in the
Hey,
10.
that car looks familiar.
Yeah.
It's like I had that made.
Hmm.
It's a nice car.
Megan Atkins coming in. Looks like she'll be staying in this. Same for Silver Fox.
Two
Let's
or
just see if
three of the
anybody else.
Evernham cars got involved. That's unfortunate.
There's the 8 of Andrea Erickson. She's got some right side damage. So does Charles
I like
Sanford
that
behind her. Everybody else though looks like they may have gotten through, which is only about 7 or 8 drivers.
Interesting.
Lucky
Oh,
7.
this is gonna be interesting on this restart. I don't know who's gonna be up there and who's not speed wise, but big wreck.
Right now, Rohit Vidarva sits on the point. Let's take a look at a replay, but put us under the caution very quickly for the first time today.
Oh.
Well, let's see how this whole thing shaped up, starting into turn 3 and then out of turn 4. The car that I saw go up the track was Schwallenberg, and I think he and the 33 actually may be the two that started, so we'll keep the camera on the two of them.
A lot of cars involved are up on the outside lane right here. So, I don't know. Somebody got turned, I think, straight up the track and basically collided with that whole pack of cars up there. Let's see. Atkins slips up. Here comes Schwallenberg. And now people are starting to slice and dice through here now.
Yeah, look how Madison Sieber comes down, Dylan Young comes down, they just start crowding each other again.
There's a contact. Schwallenberg. Oh, he might actually get a piece of the apron right here. Oh, no, he's going to turn 33. Here
Yep,
we go.
there you
And
go.
it's on from here.
And you know, you hit that
And
apron, you can't hang
surprise.
on.
Surprise who gets involved? My pick. Right off the bat. Oh, and it's a huge wreck in the back.
Tim's car
there's
actually
a-
flips over.
There was the Harris car. I don't know who was in that. Was that the 44? Oh, no, that was the 19. Oh, that was the 19.
Oh, that was
and there goes
Charles,
Tim.
that was the
Oh, there
mayonnaise
goes
car.
my pick. Oh, Charles down the inside. Poor Charles.
There's Cole Daly, he ran into Josh.
I hear a Charles calling.
We got a Pikachu
And there
in our
goes my pick.
booth.
Pick flipping through the air. Oh, and there's Charles again.
Yeah, Charles Jackson getting
Plant,
into it with
Danny.
Austin the Plant. Cole Daly got into it with
And Larson,
Danny
barrel rolling.
Wells. Look at Tim. Oh my word.
My pick has to be the one that dies in the.
Folks, this
Okay,
is
guys,
being
from now
done
on-
live. This was not a pre-recorded race, so it shows you the wisdom of Dylan.
All of my picks have died.
Oh, man.
I mean, I'm just saying now, if you guys want to get picked, let Seth pick you. If I pick you, it's bad. Tim, I'm sorry.
Oh man. There's
Dead.
Chris. Chris doesn't look like he really got a lot of damage. He, I think, got through there pretty well.
3 of the Evernham cars
Let's-
think got
let's-
wrecked.
Yeah, let's look at the Charles Jackson car because he's smoking, and we didn't really see how he got involved. Him,
Ooh, no
LaPlante, Cole
deal.
Daly, Joshua. Oh my word! You remember the Bob Jones incident from the Truck
Uh-oh.
Series? I have a feeling Joshua Michaels may be doing that pretty soon. We'll see it in just a moment. Watch behind here as you're watching the 19 and 48. Head down for that
What a
wall. You'll see
car.
the 88 and the 82 come down behind them. Oh, Michaels is already flipping anyway.
He's like, I can't even make it to the wall. Flipping, whee!
And then he hits it well upside
Hit the
down.
wall hard. Yeah, I just hit the wall. Meh. And then there's Tim. Sorry, Tim.
It's like you just
Accident
can't
happens.
avoid looking at the 42, can you?
I can't either, just because that was my pick. Dead. I picked somebody on the front row and it's still not safe.
And there's Zach Hamlin. in the 84. I'm not certain, but he might have gotten through there with minimal damage. I'm actually going to jump to the helicopter view because I want to watch this
Oh, he
84
got
car.
yeah, he got in there in between a couple cars, and that's what happened. Because that's where he got a side damage. Back here was a 55 and a couple other cars I didn't know was even back here.
Okay, so there's the
55
wreck up
is
ahead. They're going to come
Sam.
down.
Poor Tim. I can't even stop watching his car either. Oh, he's gonna get. Oh, Washer. Gonna
Oh,
get him.
Washer got him and then he
Oh, and then he
sideswipes the
swallowed him.
20.
He did get a lot. Oh my gosh, that's 42. There's my pick, people. I'm a great picker. And right now, as we're talking about, that's pick's leading.
Yeah, I just noticed that. How about that?
Eh.
Trent Dunham started dead last. He was able to get through there. No damage for him, so good miss for the Bass Pro Shop Chevy.
But then, what happened on the backstretch?
Yeah, Joshua Collard. Oh, Madison Sieber.
Just hooks him. Oh man, turn him. Oh wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
I mean, she followed him down there. That was almost like that was intentional.
She's lucky she didn't go down there with him. I don't know how we didn't even notice that. Which car that was. We just didn't even pay attention to that car driving off on the apron.
It's like, who
It wasn't
dat?
me. I'm turning back right.
Who could
Right
that
into
be?
traffic.
You see
Yeah.
nothing. Yeah, Madison
You
Sieber
saw-
making a one-race deal here. She was a two-time winner last season. And, you know, if she had just gotten into it, that's one thing. But she almost followed the 43 down there. So I don't really know how to call that one.
I'm not sure either. That's just
And then
tough break
Collard's going to come
Collard.
straight up and...
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Didn't see that part. Henley, nowhere to go. His bad day or bad weekend continues. And that's it for Collard and Henley.
Yeah, I'm not
looks
sure if maybe Collard wasn't able to even turn his car. I think he may have just mashed the throttle and the car just went up there.
Yeah, nothing you can do about that. That's a tough break.
Man, Sean Henley, damaged car, even more damaged. And here's a couple of drivers there. One of them right there in particular, Noah Hart, battling for the points lead in Snickers Cup. I mean, sometimes these non-points events can play with your psyche, and the last thing he needs is a DNF to start off the second half of the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, it could throw him off completely starting off next race, but that's a tough break for Noah, definitely. I mean, they don't ever want to wreck a car, and that's just a tough break for that Audi team.
Well, caution is out for the first time today. Big wreck involving several drivers. Some may be able to continue. As you can see there, it looks like both Joshua Michaels and Noah Hart will not. So let's head back now for the green flag.
Charles.
Getting ready to go back to green flag racing as we bring up the NSCRA ticker. It looks like the drivers that have officially retired from the race are going to be Joshua Collard, Sean Henley, Charles Jackson, Cole Daly. Tough break for him. We didn't really see him up at the front at all. Dylan Schwallenberg, Noah Hart, Joshua Michaels, and Tim Walsh will finish in last.
I picked the driver on the wrong end of the spectrum in the finishing results. Whoops. I thought we were going for last.
Oh, well.
I would have won that one.
You got the last place driver. I got the current first place driver. Rohit Arvu is the leader, and now he's got teammates lined up behind him. Ian Dutta and Jake Cole for Stewart House Racing, so keep an eye on maybe something working there. Bob Jones, Kyle Matthews, Jessica Shelton, Sean Galligan, Madison Sieber, Dougie Shears, and Mary Cole. That is the top 10 as we are back to green.
Well, now we're going to see what happens now after we had half the field get taken out. Now we got about the field size of the other two All-Star races, just like that.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we got about 24 cars, I believe, now. Nope, 23 still on the track.
I think they were just like, we're going to have a big field for this race, and we're going to use half you guys as guinea pigs to wreck, so we have a smaller field.
And keep in mind, too, a couple of those cars are probably going to be damaged and off the pace as well, as Rohit Vidarva was gone.
Yeah, he's taking off.
But
Like
we
Rev
know
was
that
up, yeah.
in this race, unlike the Mobile One race, they are going to suck back up to his back bumper.
Yeah, I mean, let them get settled down, they're going to start catching back up. Looks like the field's about the same size field at the front of the pack like the Mobile One race. About maybe 12 cars, and then it gets about a gap back behind. That was the 83, I believe, of Dougie Shears. Trent and them, I think, are a couple of these cars are still. I think Trent's actually probably one of the only ones back here that's actually not damaged that can catch up. Danny might have a chance, but Trent needs to desperately get back up there and compete for this.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised these two guys are back here caught, too. Dylan Young and Kyle Corbett. I don't really see any damage on them, and I didn't see them get involved, so I don't know if they're up to speed or if they're off the pace or what the case is, but as you said, Trent Dunham, I don't think he got anything out of that wreck. I don't think he got hit at all, so he's got to really hope that these guys spread out or something so he can catch back up. And there's still a long ways to go. I mean, we saw in the Truck Series race that, you know, we ended up having
Oh,
drivers
lost the
had,
lead.
oh, yeah, we had drivers have a difficult time catching back up to the tail end of the draft. And they had only 5 laps to go to do that. They've got about 15 to go here now to do it. So I think Trent's in good shape still.
Yeah, and like I said, these guys, I think this pack's small enough now that they should be able to race it out, I believe. I don't really expect to see another wreck really bad. But you never know. We just saw a huge wreck, but I think Trent has plenty of time to get back up there, and maybe Corbett and I can't even remember the other car I was just looking at. Dylan Young. I think they have to have a chance as well, but they're going to have to work together probably to get themselves up. They're a little bit further back than Trent, so we'll have to wait and see.
Mary Cole has moved into second. And Joe Gibbs Racing, only one win so far this season. But they do have Mary Cole in this field. We know that Schwallenberg is out of the race, and I thought I just saw some smoke come
Yeah,
out of the right front of the 18.
I'm not sure. Maybe she locked the brakes up. I don't even know why she'd be on the brakes,
Let's
but
let's watch this
Mary
again.
like brake check.
I thought I saw it out of the 26 too. It's like they slid through that corner.
They possibly did.
Let's
Hmm.
next time
Doesn't
they
look
come
like
around to
it did.
turn 1, watch carefully the right front and right rear of these machines, because I think that's exactly what happened. That's odd.
But to see. They're really digging in that corner, literally.
I mean, we know that with the cooler temperatures, they've got more grip. Let's see here. Not that time.
Nope, now they're not going to show it.
Now they're not going to do it.
I think, nope, you get a one-time peek and that's it.
And they're starting to spread out here. This is really strange.
Hmm. I think they're really being on the protective side, or I guess just taking the easy way right now. Like I said, there's still a lot of racing to go, so I guess these guys are just trying to bide their time, just try to make it to the end. They don't want to be the next wreck, so I
Yeah,
guess they're
that's a
giving
good
plenty
that's a
of
good
room.
point. I mean, they know that they can draft back up to the back bumper of each other, maybe just giving each other a little bit of elbow room here, so that way they can make it to the end. Good point.
Yeah, but I think Kyle Matthews is happy with how they're racing right now.
Right there, Michael Norman, former winner of this race. He won it back in season 5. Oh, there you see
Oh,
it.
there's a smoke. There's
Yeah,
a bunch of it.
they're
A lot of
overdriving
cars.
that
Wow.
corner.
Hmm. That was really weird. That was a lot of them at once.
Yeah, Bob Jones really slid up about 2, 3 grooves there, and there was a lot of smoke came out from behind his 27. But Michael Norman, he'd love to be able to pick up his second career All-Star race driving the North Korea colors, and I'll say no more about
Interesting way to win.
that. He wants to win for North Korea.
Michael, we have to test your American, I guess your nationality. I guess we'll have to see how loyal you are to America. America.
America. And I'm trying to look for some teammates that could possibly work together, even though we really haven't seen teammates work together at all
I
this
saw a couple
weekend.
of Michael Norman Motorsports cars back there. The only ones I saw was the 3 and the 29, I believe. That was
Yep.
about the only combination I think I saw.
Well, I saw them, but I also saw the 39 and 66. Now, we saw them
Oh
second
yeah,
and
that's right.
third on the restart, but they're still back there together as well. Let's see if anybody else is back there that might be able to work together.
Mm,
Oh, there's another Michael Norman Motorsports car, the 62 of Madison Sieber, so
ah,
that's another one.
I almost said the 27, but that's not till next season. I forgot it. So
Right. What? You never know. I mean, who knows? He may put his alliance to the Michael Norman Motorsports cars based on the fact that he's moving to their team next season.
that is true. I mean, future teammates. Shelton's going to be there. Norman obviously going to be there. So maybe so.
And there's Trent trying to catch up.
Straddling back there.
He, I don't know.
Poor
Whoa, my
thing.
goodness.
Man, they really were digging that time. Man, they're smoking.
That was both the females there, Jessica and Madison.
Hmm. I'm not sure.
Well, we've talked about just
There you
about
go.
everybody, except this guy, Dougie Shears, the Season 1 Snickers Cup Series champ for Red Bull Racing up here right now in the 8th position, and he hasn't been to victory lane yet this season, but three Red Bull cars
Ooh.
took the green flag as, lap car. That's the 33 of Megan Atkins, and looks like they're all going to get around her.
And I was seeing an interesting pattern.
Oh!
A pattern that's close. Speaking of that, I was saying they were starting to get single file, and they're actually going. Ooh, that was close. Wow.
Jake
That was
Cole
funny.
not giving much room. Yikes.
He's like, get out of the way.
Madison, careful.
Girls get into it with Megan and Madison.
Man.
But I was thinking everybody was going to the high side. They were running the high line, like single file and stuff. Now we got a little bit of a pack back here. Oh, they're actually now they're starting.
Now they're starting to get racy.
They just went by Chris Washer. That was probably how they got caught back up. Because I look back to the 10 cars right there,
Yep, you're right. There he is. Yep.
and now he's gonna be, I mean, this now we got a 2-pack field now. Ooh, it's gonna help a couple of these guys.
This
Bob
could
Jones and
help
Jake
Trent
Cole.
Dunham out, maybe, to be able to catch up to one of these packs. There he is still.
He's still trying. He's like, let me catch up, please.
Must get to pack.
Must get draft and win this race. And
And there's Silver Fox, middle of the
yeah,
back straightaway. They're going to catch him.
the interview's really closing up on Matthews right now. I mean, he's the only person who's really been able to get back to that 5 car. So, I mean, you talked about yourself. That 26 is one of the fastest things you've ever seen around this track. He's really showing it now. He's trying to get around the high side. It looks like he's actually trying to diamond the corner. Not sure that really works at this track, but it might be working for him. He's really closed up on that 5 car, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, Rohit Arvu, I mean, I've seen guys put down really good laps in qualifying sessions, but Rohit Arvu, during the qualifying session, he had 2 laps at the very end of his practice session. He beat his fastest lap, which was actually on the current, or, no, I'm sorry, this is not qualifying, it was practice. It was the practice session. He was actually atop the speed charts. His next to last lap, he beat that. And then his final lap, he beat that lap. He ended up having his final 2 laps beat his fastest lap the time before. So that's just how fast that 26 car is, and he is trying to run a kind of a half groove higher than the 5 car.
Yeah, it's a very interesting line for sure. But right now, it's like their guys just single file, just biding their time. But I mean, it's gonna be 6 there. Yeah, that's 6 to go at the line now. So I mean, is it go time? You think yet, or you think they're gonna still wait a little bit?
I would say, for at least for Galligan, Michael Norman, Mary Cole, it's go time. I mean, Rohit Arbu, maybe you're going to hang back a little bit, wait for those guys to form up and catch up, and then use them to get by the 5. But if you're those guys from third on back, I think now is time to go, and
This
now
could
it's
be
time.
problem.
This is go time.
That's gonna. Oh, Matthew.
Oh, look out!
Vaderview had a shot.
And look who it brought to the party. Galligan's up here now.
Oh, there we go. We got a battle. He's there.
Ooh, 3 wide. And Mary Cole's going to try and see if anything opens up.
Everyone's going to have to go to the bottom. Had to split by Silver Fox. And it's on now. Vaderview has picked his poison. Galligan's wanted to try to crash the party.
And Vaderview going to go to the inside.
Galligan has a chance to get there. He has to go with them. And that's not what Matthews needed to see. That was the worst time to run into lap cars right there. Because that 5 car set him up perfectly to get picked behind it for a second.
And I'm trying to think here. Silver Fox, I don't think he really would have any alliance with Rohit Arbu, because one's a Ford car and one's a... Well, no! Think about it. Rohit Arbu, James Silver Fox, both drove for Everham last season.
Oh, there's Austin LaPlante up ahead.
Oh, wait a minute. Now here's a teammate to the 5 that's up ahead.
Matthews going under Galligan for second. They're coming up on the 48.
And the 84. Oh, this changes everything.
Fellow Toyota driver. Oh,
look out!
Oh, and Galligan smoked the tires back there. Oh no, I think the 5's gonna get held up behind the 48. Oh, he got
no. He got through.
Galligan. Ooh.
Here comes Mary Cole.
Mary Cole is there.
Oh my goodness! Ian Dutta all of a sudden's up here in the mix. I just saw him get by the 48.
Mary snuck by Sean Galligan for third. She's now up there in that Joe Gibbs 18 car. Skittles everywhere. Oh,
Skittles. Crown Royal, Pepsi Max, and Skittles. Wow. what a combo. Yeah. And look at what we got here. Ford, Chevy, Toyota. All nose to tail the top 3.
Galligan's trying to stay back there with him, but...
Whoa!
That's interesting.
I don't know if that was Vadarvo or if that was Mary Cole, but somebody had a lot of smoke coming out of the tires, and Chris Washer's going to capitalize. He's coming to the inside again. Or not Chris Washer, Kyle Matthews. Whoops.
There's the fail of the day.
I'm so used to Chris. I'm so used to Chris driving that 5 car. He drives that 5 car in so many
That's what we used to do too. Oh, we used to have a fail meter thing. Like we always fail every time.
Oh yeah.
Usually it's me, but you got it. We hadn't really failed. No, I did fail. I said Glean or something earlier.
Yes, you did. You did say Glean.
Look at Mary going for the lead. We got a 3-wide battle here.
2 to go too. So this is going to be interesting. I don't think it's over. I think these 4 are still going to be battling. 3 different manufacturers, 4 different teams is what I was going to say. And here comes Mary Cole to the inside.
You should yell, Mary, you're about to win.
Mary, you're going to win, I think.
Is there a lap car going to play a factor on this last lap?
Let's find out. Here's Harrison Langford. I don't think so.
Up to speed, though. I think he's fine. I think they're not going to catch him. Now, the question is, does Mary have anything for that 5 car, or is Vaderview not done? Or is Galligan going to spoil the party?
Oh, boy. White flag. Gonna come out this time.
Oh, Mary likes horses.
She does.
Good reference for her. I don't know.
Oh man, here we go. White
Five,
flag. We're looking at
the
the
five he's trying to pull away.
we're looking at the drivers that are going to battle it out. Matthews, Mary Cole, Sean Galligan, Vedarvu, and is it just
Yeah,
me or are we seeing the Mobile Cup Series finish again?
I'm not sure. The five car's starting to pull away again. I think it's go time. Vaderview really hurt. Now Gallagher's going to try to go back there and make it three wide. Mary, I think, is losing touch with the five car at the moment. They need them all to be single file to help her out, but man, that five car just pulled away.
Yes, he did. Kyle Matthews, Hendrick
He said, "I'm
Motorsports
done
Power,
playing."
Austin the Plant. He
Oh, there
won
was
the
a car right
Snickers
there. Wow.
shootout, and it's going to be a Hendrick sweep here this weekend. Kyle Matthews almost
Ooh,
runs over Megan Atkins to win.
that could have been interesting if that would have happened about a turn earlier. That could
Oh
have really
man.
changed the outcome right there, but luckily they didn't catch the 33 in time. That was the Michael Norman car trying to LePage a Hendrick car. That would have been interesting. I think the 33 was like, I'm not happy with you. Sir, you almost ran me over.
Man.
I think she's still actually racing. She wants them to actually get out of the way. Well then. She doesn't want to have nothing to do with this front pack. And then she doesn't want to talk to Mary.
Nope.
What a jerk. No, just kidding. Mary probably just waved and said hi to Kyle.
Hello.
Hi. Mary, you almost won.
Time warp, but doesn't matter. The race is over. Kyle
Whee!
Matthews with the victory, and pretty good weekend for Hendrick Motorsports with the fact of Austin getting in via winning the Snickers shootout. Now Kyle Matthews follows it up with the victory, and again, back to what we were saying at the beginning, the Fords did not come out on top, amazingly enough, this entire weekend.
It was the Chevy weekend. They got 2 out of the 3. Eric Burton, that is, that got the truck one. And then we had now Kyle Matthews winning the Snickers race. So big win for them. Congrats. And very interesting way. I mean, it seems like the leaders, it's like when somebody gets out front, they figure something out. Especially this season, it's been on this All-Star weekend. They figure something out when they're leading that allows them to pull away from the field, or they just know how to time it to get a little bit of a gap. And it's like a gap that they cannot relinquish away, like nobody can catch them. It's almost like Dale Earnhardt trying to see the air. Like, he just gets out so far ahead, and that's it. I mean, Junior did it, and Waltrip did it. So, I don't know. It's like these leaders figured something out today that helped them win the race. And that's what Matthews did today in the Snickers Cup All-Star race.
Well, here's an interesting thing, too, I've been noticing this entire weekend. We classify this track as a restricted plate track, but we didn't really see a whole lot of drafting going on. They actually made it more speedway racing.
Yeah, it's like nobody wanted to work with each other. They just get a little bit of run. I mean, it wasn't like they wanted to work together. I think it kind of, as the weekend progressed, I think it got less about drafting, more about like racing. Because it seemed like these cars get a little bit of run, they just want to go right past somebody. But it's like, we look back to the truck race, everybody was hooked up, nose to tail trying to draft with each other, and it slowly kind of went the other direction. So, I don't know. And maybe some of the trucks have over the regular cars and stuff. That's why they draft a lot better. Maybe these cars didn't draft as well, and it's just more towards the racing side.
Yeah, that could be because we've really been having trouble. We saw with drivers being able to get good jumps and really not having what we call the proverbial sitting duck, where the pack reels them in. Instead, they were able to maintain that gap in front of them. But interesting top five here. You got Mary Cole, great run for her. She's been having a rather struggling season. She's second. Rohit Vidarvu, great run for him. I mean, obviously, really strong car, but just couldn't get it up there past Kyle Matthews there at the end.
Better than my pick for sure.
Sean Galligan started on the pole, really didn't fall back at all. Solid run today for him. And Ian Dutta, highest finishing rookie here in the 5th position there. Stewart House Racing actually had pretty good runs here with Ian Dutta and Jake Cole in the 5th and 8th positions.
Yeah, you gotta give a shout out to the guys that finished 7th and 9th. Michael Norman and Jessica Shelton. Michael Norman Motorsports had a couple cars in the top 10, and a future teammate car they're going to pick up next season, Bob Jones, ends up 10th. So that's a pretty good way to show off your new driver and stuff, and alliance with all these guys working together and stuff for next season. It looks really good way to start after an announcement for these guys, for Michael Norman Motorsports. Great run for them.
Yeah, also threw together that one race deal for Madison Siebert. She's going to finish 11th. And
yep.
Poor Trent. I mean, I really think Trent could have been up inside the top 10. He just could not catch up to that draft there. But I think with starting 31st and finishing 12th, I think he'll be pretty happy with that kind of a run.
He had the back in 2 races, and he almost won the mobile race. I mean, he had to come from the back twice. So Trent really had to rally this weekend. He came out with a couple good runs, just couldn't get the deal done. But regardless, came home in one piece, didn't wreck, and he kept it together in 2 of the 3 races. I know he got destroyed in truck, but nonetheless, Trent still had probably a pretty good overall weekend.
Now we know that Danny Wells had some damage, that Sanford had some damage, Andrea Erickson had a little bit of damage, but Kyle Corbett, Dylan Young, Harrison Langford, I'm kind of wondering what happened to them because I don't think they really got any damage from any of the incidents that took place today, and they finished way back.
I mean, They could have got a little bit of damage. We don't know, but I mean, again, they probably got behind some of these slower cars. They didn't know about it, and then they got too far behind. That was it. They got basically stranded out there by themselves, and once that happens, you can't really do anything. Looks like Young and Sanford stayed together because they finished only a tenth apart, but then Langford apparently had no help whatsoever, and he was all by himself. He almost went a lap down and all that, so I'm not quite sure. That's just a tough break for them.
Austin LaPlante, the winner of the Snickers shootout, he finishes 20th. Zach Hamlin, the guy who raced his way in a one-race deal, he'll finish 19th. Not bad, even though he was involved in that wreck. And then tough break for a lot of these guys here. And here's an interesting thing. I mean, we talked about Noah Hart as far as the psyche heading into the second half of the season. Look at where the three drivers basically battling for the points lead, the three young guns, where they end up finishing. Ian Dutta in 5th, Bob Jones in 10th, and then Noah Hart out of the race in 29th. What do you think? Is it gonna, cause these drivers to now separate, or do you think the battle for the points lead between those three is still gonna be hot and heavy in the second half of the regular season?
Uh, I think it'll still be hot and heavy going into the second half of the season. I mean, it is an all-star race, and these is one of those tracks where anybody can get in a wreck or anything can happen. So I don't think it's really going to change how everything's going right now. I think it's still going to be a good battle. Just Ian Dutta had the upper hand today, finishing 5th, so he had the luck today on his side. That's always plays a factor in this race. So I wouldn't take anything away from this race that really going to go affect the other ones. I just think, it's just another race. I mean, one race and they just continue on. I wouldn't surprise me they're all back up there racing hard next week for sure, battling for a win.
Now it's gonna be interesting too. Thinking ahead to season 8, we saw Madison Sieber and Joshua Collard get into it there on the back straightaway. The interesting thing is Joshua Collard may be moving to the 3 for Michael Norman Motorsports in the Nationwide Series next year, and it's possible Madison Sieber may be the driver of the 1. Those two could be teammates next year.
That could be interesting.
That could be.
It's ironic. It's like, oh, we're going to be teammates next season. Let me just wreck you on the backstretch.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is, too, we won't really see this, if it is a rivalry, boil over because Madison Sieber one race deal, but I don't know. Maybe we might see something between the 33 and the 43 because Megan Atkins is another ride out of Michael Norman Motorsports and the Dollarton Falcon team, so you never know. We may see 2 rivalries come out of this particular race weekend. We already know that we're going to have to follow the Jimmy Bly Jamie DeFelu rivalry, so boy.
There's a lot of the things to watch this season.
It's exactly right. Now, a tough break for a lot of these big names finishing out of the race here. Joshua Michaels, Daly, we didn't see him really be able to battle. Same for Schwallenberg. I mean, his win came at Talladega, so he was a favorite coming to this. Henley, Collard, Charles Jackson, and Noah Hart, and then, of course, Tim Walsh dead last.
My picking ability is going to the drain.
Down
the drain.
Poor Dylan.
Poor Tim.
So, Dylan, who's going to win the championship?
Casey Mears!
Yay, I like that night. I like that pick.
Remember, my picks are wrong, though.
Yeah.
I do better on the good. Like I've been a lot better on the actual racing side, not in our side. So I don't know. Anybody but Johnson, I'll be happy with.
There you go.
That's a win for me.
All right, well, folks.
Except Cody.
Yeah.
I got Cody again.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this race and this race weekend. There you go, Dylan. Chalk up another fail for me.
Glean and week win. Words of the day.
Oh, man. So I hope you guys enjoyed this weekend. And Dylan, I want to thank you for joining me here for these 3 All-Star races. Always a blast when we get together for these.
Yeah, it was a blast. I had fun. And, it's Dylan Young's birthday again still today. So happy birthday still, Dylan. We're doing it on the same day.
Yay.
I had some point out. It was fun. It's sad it's going to be a while again until we do it again. But I'm looking forward to it already next season. It's always fun to do these and all that. So very fun. Glad to be here again.
Alright, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this race and this race weekend. We now get set to set the stage for the second half of the regular season, of course, the chase to the chase, and that's going to be pretty exciting. A lot of tracks that we've been to before that brought about really great finishes are on the schedule again this year, so can't wait for that. If you enjoyed this race, or this entire race weekend in general, please give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the crew today. Also be sure to subscribe to Dylan Poteet's channel. The link to his channel is in the description. You're probably subscribed to him anyway, but if you're not, what's wrong with you? And with that, we are going to let Dylan end off this amazing weekend with his words of wisdom, or lack thereof.
I'm actually going to give it to somebody else to say for the day, and this is how we're going to go out. Bye!
You've been watching Actually Is Ray, offline racing at its best.